You said that the mind can't control the emotions, but my experience is that it can. Not the ultimate, there is anyone to choose a thought, but don't you find that there can be the reprogramming of thought process to avoid indulging in negativity and suffering thoughts, which therefore affect emotions? I just wonder if your experience is different somehow. I'm not sure what comes first, thought or emotion or feeling. Every country has different words for emotions and feelings. So I'm not sure what comes first. Whether you think something and then the emotion starts, or whether the emotion starts and then you start thinking something. But sure, if you can direct your emotional thinking away from that particular feeling, then the experience will change. So if you can start thinking about something else, then more than likely the emotion will change. And if you can start feeling something else, then more than likely the thinking will change. And you could most probably do the changing in feeling by putting your attention in different chakra areas. Or you could imagine positive or different things which would change the emotion. So yeah, sure, the thinking and the emotions can be changed, and you can have a different experience. And I think that this is really important, to keep updating and reprogramming the system. And I think that that's an endless dynamic when you're a human, to keep reprogramming the body-mind for the positive. I don't think you ever get to the end of reprogramming, because you could now have a really shocking experience, like your building explodes, and then you're afraid of your building always exploding or something, so you have to reprogram from that fear. So I think reprogramming is always happening. The thing is that who's reprogramming? And why is it that you misheard that that's what I say? So I say this many, many times, and so the question is to you, and this doesn't mean to say that you've made a mistake or anything, or you've done anything wrong. I really don't mean that, but why is it that your mind didn't hear me saying that? Was an attachment to not wanting to do that, reprogram yourself, or an addiction to it? Or because many, many times I say that, and I'm very clear about that. So what is it in your mind that doesn't want to quite hear it, or wants to hear it? Or that's the interesting question. So that's a reprogramming question, is what's happening there with that. And many people think that what non-duality teachers are saying, it's not just you, is that you shouldn't do something, or there's nothing you can do. And I think that maybe some teachers do say that, but I don't think they often do say that. I think they say there is nobody that can do anything. So there is nobody that can do anything. It doesn't mean don't do anything. Doing's always going to happen. And it appears as if that person has free will. It doesn't mean sit in your seat. It's that there is nobody that can do anything, because there is nobody. But it doesn't mean that that appearance of the person doesn't get up and go for a cup of tea, or reprogram itself, or choose what to watch on TV. That happens. But saying there is nobody doesn't mean that there isn't an appearance of choice. I think you'll have heard teachers say that all the time. There is an appearance of choice, but it's nobody's choice. That's the freedom. But there's an appearance of choice. It comes up. It comes up, the reprogramming, and more than likely because you listen to people or speakers or read books that talk about reconditioning. But again, on the ultimate level, it's not your choice to do all of that. Those choices are appearing and happening from nowhere, from nothing. And so there's a reprogramming happening for nobody, by nobody. It's beautiful. But I think that that's the number one mistake when listening to non-duality, is the thought that you don't have to do anything, that it will happen. Ultimately, yeah, it will happen, but it appears as if you do something. Like you could sit in your house and think, it will happen that the house will be cleaned and I don't have to do anything, I can just sit here. But it's more than likely it won't unless you have a cleaning person.